I'm really happy to have you here today. How are you today, Eleora?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm so excited. Just before you joined, I was telling folks who joined early that, I cannot wait to interview you as a mother. I hope that at the end of this interview, I'll be inspired and perhaps there's a talent or skills in my children that I've not noticed. And I would, of course, my interview with you today will inspire me. I'm not going to notice that. So it's amazing, what you're doing out there. I'm really proud of you. Let me say that first and foremost. People were really inspired by your story on our blog when we shared your story. And I want to believe that there are parents like your mom and your dad, out there who also were inspired by your story. So first and foremost, I want to tell you, well done, Eleora. And thank you for making us all proud.
Thank you.
Amazing. Right. So my name is Esther Ijewere, and the show, for those who are just joining, my name is Esther Ijewere. The show is called Get Talking with Esther. I stream live here on Instagram. It's also going to be available on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Esther Ijewere 4. And today my guest is Eleora Ogundare. She is a teenpreneur based in Canada. She is doing big things, believe me. Her story went viral a few weeks ago because of her hair products. Eleora, do you want to do a quick introduction of yourself so that I'm able to capture, everything? So please, what was the honors of introducing yourself?
Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Eleora Ogundare, and I am one of the co-owners of Eleora Beauty, which is basically a line of hair products that was inspired by my sickle cell and me losing my hair due to chemotherapy. So that's how the business started.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And, aside from, okay, let me go back to the story. I remember your mom told me that you got treatment at 8 years old, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there memories from that period that you remember now that you're a teenager? Just, something about that period, that you remember, and then it sort of like encourages you to keep going. Anything at all? Any event from that moment?
I think the biggest moment was actually just cutting my hair and having to go back to school after that, because I remember when my hair started to fall out, we like tied it so it would stop falling out. But I think like in the end it was better for me to just cut it, and I was really scared going back to school because I was in grade 3 and I was already having some an identity crisis, I guess, because I was one of the few minorities in my class. I was actually the only Black girl in my class during that time. And already like having different hair, not having like this silky smooth hair, I already felt like left out a lot. So then having to cut my hair was just a different thing altogether. So that's definitely one of the key things I remember about.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, of course, I read your story, and how were you able to sort of like, just chin up, put your head up high, right? During those periods we're having the, identity crisis, not feeling like yourself, right? What was the motivation for you as, a young girl?
Yeah. So my motivation was definitely my mom. She gave me a lot of support. The day before school, she's like, just tell them that you're trying a new look. If they make fun of you, just ignore them. So, I did all that. And like, even going back to school, I was like way over my head. The kids were not mean to me. They're like, oh, your hair looks so good. Oh, you look so nice. So yeah, but she definitely helped like calm me down a lot during that time.
Amazing. And so I would just like to get right into the show, get into the business of the day, which is the inspiration behind the business, that, of course, everyone is talking about right now, from Calgary to Vancouver to here in Toronto. A lot of people are talking about it. So what inspired you to start your business? What was the inspiration for Eleora Beauty?
One of like the main things was the losing my hair and the chemotherapy. So like we created the products after we saw that I started to grow my hair. So we decided to sell it. And another big part too is to encourage other Black girls that are my age or even younger, just so that they can have that confidence in their hair, if they're lacking confidence with their natural hair or anything, just to like have this as the confidence that they need, as like the figure that they need, that, you know, like 4C curls, any type of black hair is beautiful, like no matter how you wear it. It's
amazing. So what is your favorite part of being a teenager right now, a teenpreneur? Because now you're not just a teenager, you're a businesswoman, you're an entrepreneur, right? So what's the most interesting part for you being a teenpreneur, you know, being at the head of, you know, controlling a business and an empire at your age? What's the most interesting part for that?
It's really interesting to meet other entrepreneurs that have different businesses too. Like, definitely doing this has, like, it's opened me to a lot of other Black businesses too that are really interesting. So I think that's been like a really good part of like owning a business as a teen as well.
Amazing, amazing. And what qualities do you think, you know, a teenpreneur should have? What are some of the qualities? Because there are obviously a lot of young people who are going to watch this video, and I need you to just let them know, you know, what are some of the qualities they need to have to become business owners like you.
Okay, yeah, do your homework. Definitely to have like perseverance and hope, because it's never easy just starting a business up, especially being like a Black owned business too. We don't get like a lot of like the show we deserve, so it's really get seen at first, and that kind of makes you want to lose hope. But it's really important to keep trying, and also like have faith in your business too. Like, don't second guess and think like, oh, this won't contribute anything or anything. It's really faith in yourself, because like if you don't have faith in yourself, then you can't really expect to make it far.
Okay. And how do you feel? You are in what grade now? You are in college?
10.
Right? So how do you feel? You know, I need to ask, because I've been there too, you know, when you're doing something as a young woman, and then how do you feel when you walk into the class? Right? And your friends, you know, they've seen you on TV the previous weekend, right? How are you able to manage your status right now as a celebrity? Permit me to say that. A teenpreneur who is inspiring all of us here in Canada, especially the Black community. How do you feel, Eleora, when you are amongst your peers?
It was actually really surprising for most of my peers, because they didn't really, I had like told them that like I had a hair business, but then like after the interview aired, a lot of other people were like, oh my goodness, like you were on the news, like I didn't know, you didn't tell us. So I didn't tell a lot of people, because like in school I'm like, I wouldn't say that like no one knows me, but I'm like more of like the quiet, I'm amongst the quiet people, so I don't I'm not very loud, like I don't talk a lot. So like obviously when that came out, a lot of people were like really surprised about it, and it was like a new part that they got to know about me.
Amazing. And so when they ask questions now, what's the response from you? Do they ask you for inspiration? Do they say things like, oh my God, we saw you on TV, how are you able to do that?
Yeah.
Are they also supporting, you know, your business through their parents? So yeah.
Yeah, my friends are really supportive of me. Obviously, like when they found out, they were really happy for me. They like even went on the website, they followed the Instagram pages and all that stuff. You know, they were really supportive and like really like intrigued about my business.
Oh, amazing. I would have loved to, your mom, I would love to ask her some questions if she's there, as a parent, just to sort of like, Miss Eugene, if you can come online, so I can also, you know, ask you, you said we're going to join the live.
Yeah.
Is she available to join?
No, not right now. She was going to join, but I think something came up. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Let's continue. So how is the business since you started? What's the reception like? Not just the Black community, you know, what's the reception generally like since you started the business?
Like, sorry, wait, as in like the response.
So, I mean, since you started the business, right, how is it going? How is the business going, right? How would you say on a ratio of 0 to 100, how is it going? So, how are people supporting you, not just in Calgary, but I mean, you know, the community generally?
I would say like when we first started, I would have to rate that like a 2 because there weren't a lot of people that knew us. But, you know, like as we got like support from other people and we started growing as a business, it's been going really well. Like I didn't expect the interview. I didn't expect that many people to see it. I kind of okay, right? So I was like really surprised by that. Like the fact that people saw it and then like seeing that just like it made them like more intrigued in the business too. Like I feel like that was like a really big part because I feel like a lot of people like just see things but they'll like see it the one time and not want to know anything about it. So it made me feel really good that people like saw my interview and like wanted to know more about the business and the background of it. So I think like that alone just has like helped us grown so much. Yeah.
Amazing. And you know, for parents who perhaps have kids in their home like Eleora with business ideas and they could be on the show right now, right? Perhaps they're contemplating to say, well, why should I support this child with this business? It is going to distract her from school work. It's going to distract her from her purpose. What would you say? Because your parents, you know, have raised you, right, to be level-headed, right? So what would you say to this parent right now if they're watching and have these amazing children with such skill set to start a business? What would you say to them?
I would say honestly, like go for it, because if you like keep second guessing yourself for too long, you're gonna just end up not doing it, and it could really be something really good, and you shouldn't really miss your chance to get it. It's really important to like practice balance and like just like balance between like schoolwork and like running a business. Like that's really important.
Hi Esther, sorry, I'm just gonna jump in quickly. Hi.
Man, I am looking forward to hearing from you. You are the mother of the superstar. Nice to meet you, everyone. This is Eleora's mom.
Okay, she's
No, I just
she's running away.
No,
Oh,
I just
that's okay.
sorry.
Yeah, you were saying something.
I just noticed that the camera is a bit blurry.
It'll be the front camera.
Yeah, and Eleora didn't. Here we go. See, that's better. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I should direct the question to you. I just asked her the question. What was it like for you when you discovered, okay, my child is going to be a teenpreneur? This is an idea. This is something, and we need to support it, right? So, yeah, please.
I think that's the thing when people ask me about that, because we didn't, the plan when we started with the hair product was not to sell. We're just looking for something that would work. So when it started working, I had friends who were like, you really can't sit on this, come on, you have to share it, right? So that was actually how we started. So we kind of did a testing for like a year where we just kind of give it out to people to see if the results were going to be the same. And then when we decided to, you know, go into the business, we started thinking of a name. But the reason more than anything why we called it Eleora Beauty is because of the story behind. So it's not just about the hair and the product, but it's more of Eleora, her journey with sickle cell, how lucky you know, to have been to be in this position we are in. And you know, there's this stigma, I'm sure you understand that, around sickle cell. Yeah, so that's why we kind of push Eleora out there, just to try to tear down those walls of, oh, she's a sickler, don't tell anybody, or so and so. It's not something we really talk about in the community, so that's why we kind of push that out. So Eleora Beauty, yes, we do have products that work for hair, but the main thing about Eleora Beauty is the story behind it. But to answer your question, how did I feel? We're still working on that. I'm still working on that because she's the face, but they push most of the work on me. So I tend to do everything.
Obviously.
No,
obviously.
She enjoys the trade shows. She enjoys going for events. She enjoys people. She enjoys talking to people about the product. It has really helped her confidence, that much I would say. That has really helped her confidence. So I really do see a different Eleora than the girl she was 8 years ago. And if this didn't happen, to be honest, I think the whole journey, the whole process kind of defined her a bit. She has a bit more now, she's a little bit more sensitive. You know, she appreciates her brother more because he was the donor. You know, she appreciates her brother more now, hopefully. So it has defined her as the whole experience has defined her as a person. But more than anything, she wants to be able to tell other people, I believe, who are going through the same thing, that look, if you haven't found the cure yet for you, just hang in there. It's going to get better.
Mm.
That's why we talk about the story as much as we can, try to share it. I find we share the story, someone does an interview, I get DMs and calls, and it's something that I have decided to do on my own. No matter how busy I am, if I get one DM asking questions on sickle cell, I drop everything and I answer, because I know that it's just God's grace that we are here today. So I try to talk to people. A lot of people still don't know about the whole stem cell process, so I tend to talk about it a lot. You know, I get people who say, oh, my so-and-so is a donor, but, you know, she's AS. I heard as hands, you know, donate. I'm like, no, that's not true. Or I get, oh, I hear my child is too young. I'm like, no, that's not true. Or I hear my also. Those are the kind of things that I really do appreciate that come out of, you know, interviews and exposures like this. Is just really trying to let people know, just hang in there, you know, it will get better. I mean, science is improving, things are changing. It's not the way it was when we were growing up back home in Nigeria, where sickle cell is like a sentence. So much has changed now, and more than that's what I like to really talk about when I get the chance to. But
amazing.
Yeah, work.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, you know, just to reflect on what you've just shared now, the power of, you know, coming together as a family unit to turn our pain into purpose. And, you know, that's very inspiring for me as a mother. And I believe for us as a community here in Canada, not just the Nigerian community, the Black community. And of course, you know, any other community out there, people who are, you know, dealing with this challenge silently. People don't talk about it because of the stigma. And I hope that, you know, Eleora's story and the stories of other, you know, teenagers like herself, or even children out there who, you know, are having to deal with this and they're managing it silently. When they hear our story, they'll be inspired to share. So my next question to you, Miss Ijewere, is how has it been since you started? How are you able to manage it all as a mother, as a wife, a business owner? Because after that interview, I can imagine the level of exposure. I can also imagine the demands inbox. How are you able to just create a balance for yourself, your home, your children?
I'm sure you know I did have a business before Eleora Beauty, the Chin Chin one. So it's been hard trying to put myself here and put myself there. I just really take it one day at a time. So one day it's Eleora Beauty, I do everything Eleora Beauty. The next day is the cake out, I do everything in cake out, you know. And because we joined the collective, so there's a Black-owned collective that just opened in Calgary. We have, since the interview aired, we've had quite a number of people coming in there for hair consultation. I've got emails. So it's been the exposure has been good, I'll say. The exposure has been really good. We have a whole lot more people now trying the products, you know. I mean, I heard really of US orders, you know, a lot of people just came from the US. Like, I'm like, okay, this isn't too bad. So it's been good.
Believe me, that's the thing about publicity. 1 minute you are just in your home, you know, enjoying yourself, and the next minute the camera is on you all the time. And it is good if it's on you for something worthy. So I would say that you've done amazingly well. Thank you so much for giving the world, you know, Eleora, for allowing her, because this wouldn't have happened without, you know, the support of yourself and your husband. So Eleora, every time you look back, because we hope in the next couple of years you're going to be bigger than this, obviously, always acknowledge your parents for the sacrifice, right? Always acknowledge them for the support and, you know, your brother, the donor. Then Eleora, I want to ask you, so how, you know, do you relate to your peers now when they come to you? Your mother just talked about consultation. So my head just sticked and I'm like, okay, there might be kids in your school who would come to you to say, you know, Eleora, can I ask you a quick question about this issue? So how do you handle that when they come to you to ask such questions, not just about hair, you know, the beauty products? Are you able to market your products now yourself to them?
I think like mostly because it's a Black business. I don't have a lot of Black people in my school. So like the questions that people would come to me for, I don't get them as much because I guess like maybe they can't relate to it, which like I understand, but usually when people do ask me questions, I tell them like about like the background of the hair business, and a lot of my peers don't know that I actually had sickle cell when I was younger too. So that's also like another story that I can share with them too when they ask me.
Good. And for for the sake of those of us who don't know much about your products, can you just tell us some of these products you have? The name, what it does, just some of them.
So this is what I have here is our LOC kit, which stands for liquid, oil, and cream. So this is the liquid, which is our spray, and this is like a daily thing. This locks in moisture in your hair. So if you have dry hair, this is good for dry hair. And then the stands for oil. So this is an edge booster, basically for scalp oil. So if you want to fill in your edges more, I would recommend this. And then there's basically the cream, which is the last part, and it just like locks everything in, which is like the lock system. So like the spray and the oil, it just keeps it like in your hair, and then even if it will be there. So we have different scents. So this is coffee, and we also have mango and carrot.
Great.
So those are, yeah.
I like that mango. I think I'm gonna order one myself because I'm on locks. So I don't know if you have are your products good for those who are lock style like myself. Yeah. Can we use it? Do you have products for us?
My mom has locks, so she uses the spray a lot, and then she's like retwisting her hair like really often now because it's growing at like a faster rate.
Yeah. Oh great. Oh great. Lock a gang in the house.
I know, right?
Because I wanted to know, right, if your products, those appeal to everybody, right? Because there are women who are on locks. Yeah, please, Mr. Jane, go on.
Yeah, it does. So it's and I think that's one of the things that kind of drove me when we started, because you go to the beauty supply store and there's a different range for relax and there's a different range for natural, and I just couldn't, because I do have another girl, Eleora's younger sister, so it was trying to find something for relaxed hair, for natural hair. So this really works for everything and everyone. There were things that we found around the house: shea butter, mango butter, which is good for all hair types, right? So, and I know that's one of the reasons I actually locked my hair, because I'm going on 2 years on my lock journey. A lot of people kept asking, can we use it for locks? And initially I would say, I don't know, because I hadn't tried it. But then I locked my hair and I've been using them and it's fine. And they tell me, oh, does it get moldy? Does it get, do you get buildup? I'm like, no, I use them. So yeah, so if your hair is locked, you can also use them.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Good marketing, by the way. Now I need to get the product now for my own lock style, right? All right, Eleora, just before we wrap up, I have some questions for you. This question is for your peers who want to go into this line of business, right? I know you've talked about it generally, but let's focus on the hair products. If someone walks up to you today to say, oh, hi, Eleora, I have this amazing idea. This is something that I want to do. What would you tell them? What are the steps you would ask them to take, right?
So basically, well, first I would just like make it like a foundation, I guess, like a kind of like a blueprint. So like the products that you want, like how much they're gonna cost, the materials that you get to be able to get, and how much those materials cost too. So that would be like the first thing, and then next would be like marketing. Of course, like you would have to need like first you would need like a website, Instagram account, just to know how to like market your products and stuff like that. And then also you can just like talk to people about it too. And it's also nice to have like a good like a good like backup story for it too, just like, and like make it different too, like if you're selling phone cases, maybe the designs are like specifically for like to like bring awareness to Black Lives Matter. Okay, this is this is my brother. This is the donor.
Hi, brother. Thank you so much. How are you today?
Good.
You good. Thank you so much for what you did for your sister. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And thank you for popping up on our live session. I told her before you came on that she has to appreciate you all the time and acknowledge you. So thank you so much. And I love this. I love this because it's the gender balance of it all, right? So men support women. You all see that? So thank you so much. Is he older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So you've got a protective brother out there. So please keep Keep protecting us. Thank you so much for popping in. So, Eleora, back to you. Can you tell me 3 people who inspire you? Mention 3 people who inspire you.
Definitely my mom. My mom for sure. Auntie Doyne, she's helped us like a lot with this business too, like allowing us to sell our products in her store. Auntie Doyne, right? Okay, so Auntie Doyne, she owns Adonia Beauty. She sells makeup. She actually has 3 stores now. So in her first store, she has like her makeup products, and she offers different services like spa days, like lashes and eyebrows. And then she did a collective, which is the first all-Black business-owned store in Ijewere, which is really big for her, and we also sell our products there too. So she's really helped us grow in our business. Like whenever we like have a launch for a new product, like she would always be like, oh, come do it at my store, or I'll start selling your products at my store. Like she's just helped us so much. And then at Sunridge Mall, she just recently opened a hair salon there too. So she just started doing hair, which is it's really good. So I'm really happy for her too. So definitely her, she's really inspired me. And then thirdly, just of course, like the other Black girls that just need inspiration for their natural hair and just know that should have confidence in their hair. So I also do it for them, because I know that like when I was younger, I would like always like I would love to have someone just be like, oh, you know what, your natural hair is beautiful, like wear it how you want to. Also like someone my age too. So it was like I also do it for that too. And I really hope that I'm making a difference in other Black girls' lives, young Black girls. Yeah.
Yep. Amazing. Of course you are. And that brings me to the last question, which is Black History Month, right? If you could say something to the Black community as it relates to supporting young girls like yourself, right? What would you say? Because we obviously need more support in the community.
Yeah.
Right? We need to be there for ourselves. So what would you say, in commemoration of the Black History Month?
Just all like Black owned businesses, they should keep persevering and pushing just to get their business out there, because they're all great businesses and they all have a great contribution our community. Yeah.
The community. Thank you so much. Miss Eugene, is there something you would like to say before we wrap up?
Oh,
thank you.
She's coming back.
Madam, you better get prepared for this phase of your daughter's life. Because listen,
I thought it was
more TV, more. Well, I mean, come on, you are a mother. People need to see you. When she stands on the stage tomorrow and she's having this TEDx talk and she's giving those motivational speeches, you are going to be not just in the audience, but by her side. So this is the beginning stage. It's going to be on YouTube. So yes, let them see your face. So by the time Oprah is inviting her for a show, for example, people know the feels, right? Exactly. So thank you so much. I just wanted you to say something to parents before we go. Parents, who have kids like Eleora, what would you say to them?
If you say kids like Eleora, do you mean kids who have sickle cell or had sickle cell?
Not quite sickle cell, just children with business ideas. You've already addressed the sickle cell, just children, because a lot of parents, this thing about supporting children with business, where we come from, like, how old is she? So I need to just encourage them so we don't kill these skills in these children.
I would say the first thing would be just listen. Just listen and let them try it out. Some won't work, but listen and help them try it out. Because Eleora also tried a phone case business.
Okay, it's actually I didn't try. It's still in process.
Okay. So like I said, let them try it.
Okay.
Just encourage them as you can, and you will have to invest. Put it down first so they know how much has gone into it, and then try to hold them. But please just listen to them and let them try.
Amazing. Thank you so much, both of you, for being part of the show. I'm really delighted to have you, Eleora. I hope to see you one of these days. Of course, we also hope to see you at the top. So I'd encourage you, right? Keep pushing. We're proud of you, and I'm particularly proud of you. I'm very quick on Mr. Jean. Do you intend to, have your product sold in Nigeria as well? Just wanted to ask you for the community down there. Are there plans for that?
We've had a lot of inquiries for that, and we did try about 2 years ago, but the problem was shipping. So we are working on setting up something there to make it cheaper and more accessible. So we're working on that.
Amazing. All right, that sounds good. It's a balanced thing now, because somebody in the community would watch and say, ah, is it just for Canada?
You know, we're trying
All
to
right.
make it cheaper and more accessible.
Okay. Hey, amazing. I wish you all the best. Eleora, any last word before we go, and then we call it a day?
No, I think that's it. I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to have this interview. Thank you for putting me on here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right. Have an amazing day. Mommy Eleora and the family. There's somebody behind. Oh, listen, give your sister the spotlight. What are you doing? Hi. It's good to have you. Oh, you're doing an amazing job, ma'am. And, you know, it's my pleasure. I hope that I would meet you one of these days as well. So thank you, everyone, for joining. All right. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, Ogundare family. And to everyone who joined, please do not just join the program. Support her. Follow Eleora. She's one of us. She's in the community. Kindly support her. Follow her. Buy our products. You know, buy it as a gift for people. Valentine is coming. Easter period. Buy our products. Support, you know, her and her products. And, of course, talk about it in the community. That's why we're here, to support ourselves, right? Talk about it in the community. Use our product. And, of course, send reviews to them, right? Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Enjoy your Sunday. And it's a wrap for now. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.